today's battle. Zuppardi versus Modern. It's already started over here. I'm eating. Hello. Welcome back. I am Lisa.
And I'm Chris.
And we are the Pizza Fanatics. So welcome back to our channel. Today we will be discussing, I ate some pizza. Today we will be discussing Zuppardi down in West Haven, Connecticut.
The box was empty. We finally made it down. It's a place that we have wanted to visit for a while. We've had the opportunity to visit Modern and Frank Pepe's, of course, Sally's, but we didn't make it over to Zuppardi's, which is it's a big place, right? Everybody talks about going to Zuppardi's. And it's not in New Haven, actually, Lisa, right?
Correct. It's in West Haven.
West Haven. So just for a point of reference, gang, it's about an 11-minute drive from Sally's to Zuppardi's on back roads if you put it in your little GPS on your phone. That's what I did yesterday when we left, because we actually did go down to Sally's, and we actually went down to Modern too. But this episode
we always need 2 pizzas.
We can get into that a little bit.
3 or 4.
Really, this episode is about Zuppardi's, the experience, where it is, everything about it, and how much what we thought of it, right?
I liked it. I'm back in.
So it was, like we said, it's not in New Haven. It's over in West Haven. So just about 10, 11 minutes further of a drive for us. Obviously, it'd be closer if you live west of New Haven. And it's in a great little neighborhood, super homey neighborhood, right? I could see. And what lucky people who live there that Zuppardi's is their neighborhood. I was going to say, you are joint.
Psyched if Zuppardi is your local pizza joint. I mean, there are so many houses that could just walk to it. It was awesome.
Yeah, and it's funny. We saw a lot of local people walking in. We were there at lunchtime, and it was during the week, and we saw a lot of folks walking out with 1, 2, 3 pies at a time in boxes. So, it was obviously we were at the right place. When we got, Lisa, right when we pulled in, they had their own, ample parking. Easy in and out of the parking lot. Traffic's not crazy down there in New Haven either, especially in West Haven. Right when we got out of the car in the parking lot, the smell
aroma.
hit me.
Oh, it was great. It was great.
The same at other places that we've been to. That pizza aroma, that old world smell that fills the air, and it hit me as soon as I opened the door.
When you thought you were hungry, and then you smell that. It's on.
Yeah, you knew you were at the right place. So I need a bite. So here's a slice. Now again, we're eating our leftovers with you. Of course, you've seen the footage that we're playing here with the video.
This crust, all right, it's a standout. The crust at Zuppardi is a standout. When I picked up my first slice of pizza, it was so light. It was so light.
Oh my gosh!
And just delicious. I'm speechless because I'm still wanting to eat. But I was very impressed with the crust. The first one I tried because, as you may get to know, I'm not a huge cheese person, so I'm into the New Haven plain, the plain pies, and has a little bit of flop here. But I have to tell you, I thought it was delicious. The crust again, absolute standout. I can't get it in my mouth.
I just had to take a minute, and wow, that crust is possibly the best crust I've ever had. It has.
Agreed.
So what I said yesterday when we were eating it, it has the perfect combination of crisp, soft, airy, and chew. And those are 3 things that not all pizzas nail. You might get one that has, a little bit too much chew where you're gnawing it away. You might get some that has 0 crunch at all or so doughy that's all that it is.
It weighs 3 pounds as you pick it up. You're like, oh, geez.
The 2 pizzas that we had from Zuppardi's sitting there in the restaurant nailed the crust. It's unbelievable. And I would even say it has a little bit of a buttery flavor to it.
I would agree.
More than other crusts that I've had in the New Haven area.
I would agree. I would say that it's a bit of a thicker crust than some of the other.
Yeah, I would say that.
The other pizzas places
it's not as flat.
To.
So the term is flat, is what I've been doing some research. Everyone they know we're not from town when we say it's a thin crust. What it is a flat crust.
Yeah. So here's Here's their crust. And
Hey, put it in the comments if I'm wrong, New Haven friends. I need to know,
this,
right?
just to compare, I know this isn't a comparison video, but just to show you, this is a modern slice of pizza. Let me give it some dignity here.
Oh, man.
So that's modern. You can see the size there, and then this one. So it is a bit of a thicker type of crust. However, it's super airy. It doesn't have the weight. I'd say it weighs less than some of the other.
So before we're diving into the taste already because we're hungry. It's lunchtime. We're eating our leftovers with you. But let's talk a little bit about the ambiance, right? The restaurant, the feel. The outside was great. 1934, another 85-year-old landmark pizza location here in New England. How did you like the inside? Describe the inside a little bit.
It's basic. I mean, it's your basic pizza joint.
No, great description.
Well,
Lisa.
I didn't really think
that
it
should
had
really
any
drive
frills.
engagement. So here's the thing,
Well,
guys.
it didn't really have any frills.
But honey, that's the magic of it, right? What did Sally's have? It had crooked pictures on the window, right?
Sally's had
Not crooked pictures, crooked
Okay,
artwork.
so here you are comparing again, but let me just say, now that we're in comparison mode, Sally's had a lot more character.
Oh, man,
It
come
had a lot more going on. When you walked in, again, it had the most amazing soundtrack blaring.
All right, let's back up. Let's back up.
No. Just because you don't like what I'm saying right now doesn't mean we need to back up.
Well,
You asked my opinion, and now you're telling me my opinion is wrong. This
Oh,
is my opinion.
Our marriage counselor said you should start a YouTube channel about something you both love.
Yes.
So, okay, go ahead. Go with it. I'm going to eat some pizza. Away you go.
Okay. So, I thought it had a lot more. Christopher? You go ahead. I'm going to eat.
Oh, now you got nothing to say? Come on.
What did I think of the inside? I thought it was great. It had that old world vibe, that plain Jane, booths, couple pictures of your grandparents up on the wall, and pizza boxes everywhere.
It was a neighborhood pizza joint, just what you're looking for. No thrills for sure. If you're looking for a fancy experience, it's not that. No line walking in, which was terrific. Walked right in, got a great seat right up front. Has a nice dining room in the front. Great view of the action of the show right there with the ovens. And then also they have a cutout in the dining room so you can see the window that you can see into the show, which is cool.
Listen to this.
Oh, that's a Zuppardi's crunch right there. Yeah, come on. That's the crunch I was talking about. They also have a nice dining room in the back. I've got a little video of it. Nobody was in there, so I went and took a little video walk through the whole place so you can see what it's like at lunchtime at Zuppardi's. Every local person is in there, every different age. Just a great American New England pizza place. And they serve beer and wine. I saw some ladies next to us get some wine. I actually ordered a beer. They didn't have that was something called Snappy Lager, I guess. It was great. It was great with the pizza. Really enjoyed it. And that's that I would say that's a wrap up of the inside. I did find out I spoke to actually the grandson of the founder of Zuppardi's. He was nice enough to take a minute and talk with me. And I asked him, so what type of ovens do you have? And he told me that his grandfather, when he came back from World War II, the ovens were actually coal. And he got sick of the coal because of all of the soot and the maintenance that it took to operate a coal oven. If I'm mistaken, there's only two in New Haven, and that's Sally's and Frank Pepe's, and they're grandfathered in for that reason because you can't have a coal oven anymore. So when the grandson was so nice to talk to me, he said, "Oh no, he pulled them out, and these are just gas-fired ovens." And I told him what a fantastic pizza experience that we had, and thanked him. And I thought it was really neat that I got to talk to the grandson, right? It's a family business. It's still in the family. And I think, you and I were talking yesterday, all of the pizza places that we visit that are over 60 years old, and they're uber successful, right? I mean, they're probably, I always said they're printing money.
Half of them are legendary at this point.
They're legendary, right? And they
At
don't,
least in New Haven.
they probably financially don't need to work the pizza shop every day, but they know if they don't, the family legacy changes, the flavors change, the experience changes, and I guess I really like the fact that there's a lot of family members like Zuppardi's.
Is it safe to say that they still want in on the dough?
Oh, God. We got it all here on the Fanatics. Okay, good one, honey. Geez, you're
you.
really getting into it. So yeah, I like the family. The fact that there was family there in the middle of the week, literally working the pizza oven, just really fun. Staff was good. It wasn't like I wasn't overwhelmed with hospitality.
Most of these places have like teens, young adults,
Young
and
people.
there's still a lot to be learned in hospitality. So I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, they served us our pizza. They got us our beer. I noticed a lot of people had to ring out themselves, and they do their pizza, like their pizza boxes. You get the pizza box, you put your own stuff in. So I think as a culture inside the restaurant, I think it doesn't make way for the wait staff to get a good tip. Because the customer kind of wraps up their meal at the end, and I think that if the wait staff just said, they took that, maybe they did that part, I think maybe patrons would tip them more, and then you would see a little bit more of that culture change there. But I mean, hey, what am I saying? I mean, the place has been there for 85 years, it works fine. You guys are happy with it. I'm happy with it. You don't have to change a thing.
Yeah, I mean, this day and age, I really don't want people handling my food, so I'm happy to box it up myself and everything. The least amount of time people are near my stuff, the better.
Oh, okay. I like that. Hey, just take a minute here if you guys are noticing.
Oh, we would like to thank our sponsor of this episode.
Today's sponsor of our episode here on Pizza Fanatics.
Chris Marion Photography.
Chris Marion Photography. When you need outstanding event photography, like people like Elton John or the
Perhaps
national,
you're balling in the NBA.
maybe you're in the NBA. You want the same type of photography.
Swish.
Go ahead and contact Chris Marion Photography. I will have his details in the show notes, and we appreciate Chris Marion Photography's support of this episode of Pizza Fanatics. Thank you.
This bite's for you.
All right, enough of that. And the invoices will be coming shortly.
Oh, geez. All right. So, okay.
Where are you at? Let's go. Let's talk.
I just bit into Modern. I'll just say good vibes. Good vibes for all. So, back to Zuppardi. So we wrapped up our pizza. Again, we had just pepperoni and cheese because for us that's a baseline. And as I mentioned, I'm really into the plain. I really don't like cheese on my pizza. I think it's great. Anyone else, comment below if you're also a cheese hater.
She makes us get the tomato pie at every place that we visit now, which is cool. I mean, I really like it.
I really enjoyed this pie because the crust,
very flat.
The crust was amazing. I will say there was a bit too much basil in the sauce for me. I don't like a ton of herbs coming through, and I was I could specifically taste basil.
I do too. I also thought it was a little saucy. I know that sounds crazy for a saucy pizza.
No, it has. That's what you want.
That's what you want.
I like a saucy pizza. So
yeah, it was good. We've got some photos of it here, some video. Really fun, and it's kind of become a staple for us. Every place that we visit, we've been getting a medium and a large, or a small and a large, and it's always a tomato pie and a pepperoni because we think we want to be kind of consistent, right, and give everybody the same opportunity. So
it's what we like.
You never let me get the sausage. Like I love.
Well, I said it's what we like. What we like may not be what you like, Chris.
Okay, I can see that.
Because I also never get what I like, as you know. Let's not talk about the olive pizzas again. Okay, let's just move on from there.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Don't go in the naughty spot.
The naughty spot. So we really did enjoy Zuppardi's. It was a super fun experience. The pizza was awesome.
It was great.
I will definitely go back. I would tell people to go back. They did have a sausage, pepper, and onion pizza that looked really good. They also had a cannelli bean and escargot pizza that you could add their sausage to. That I just like. I like the way that sounded. I really
they're boasting a homemade fennel sausage.
Yeah,
I guess if you like that on your pizza, that could be good.
If you like that, right? So no, I would definitely want to go back and give it a whirl. One of the things too that I'll say about it is that the medium, you can see it right here. The tomato pie is a medium and the pepperoni is a large, and the size difference was not that big. Not as much so as Sally's or Frank Pepe or even Modern, right? Because we got a medium at Modern after, and it was about the size of the large at Zuppardi's. So I would say count-wise, pizza count, a little bit less so than the other locations that we've enjoyed down in New Haven. And
may I ask a question about that?
Yeah,
so I don't recall. I recall at Modern, the initial tomato pizza that was served to us was in a square dish, and then the next one we ordered was in a round dish, a round Pan.
Pan.
Yes, thank you. I was like, okay. So something to note. You don't have to do that. Thank you. You can cut all this out. I'm collecting my thoughts to start over again. Thank you. This is what editing is for. Ready?
I'm ready.
So one thing that I have a question on that I didn't, off the top of my head, recall, I noticed at Zuppardi, both of the pans that they served the pizza on were the exact same size. And at Modern and Sally's, I think they had a different size. One was a square and one was a larger circular pan. So I don't know if if that has to do with the actual size of the pans, that you're not getting that extra amount.
That extra size.
Yeah. So it could have just been an anomaly.
Sure, right.
No.
We don't have any baseline, right? We don't have any history at Zuppardi's. And if you are a Zupps fanatic, please let us know in the comments, what to expect. Did we get the normal size, large and medium? What will you recommend the next time that we go to Zuppardi's and get down? I know that I'm definitely looking forward to our next visit down there, and it was a pretty easy drive down to Little Italy Part 2, so that makes it fun. My only mistake is I kind of overate at Zuppardi's, and I didn't have the power to continue. But we did end up at Modern for another pizza.
I left some room, and I was able to eat a fair amount when we did go to Modern as well, so I feel like I rationed myself properly, and I did work out a little extra that morning, knowing that I was going to have some pizza. And by some, I mean like an entire pizza to my dome. So,
well, I thought it was a great trip, honey. I actually posted into the New England Pizza Fanatics a couple of photos, and people said, "Oh, your wife's in it." They were excited to see you, and a lot of
he
folks
actually does have a wife. Isn't that funny?
We'll see how long with this episode going.
I can't wait to meet her too.
I guess there was a couple of other. Some of the fanatics had mentioned some other places to go. Mike's was another one of them. I'll
try it.
Abetis? I don't know. I'm not getting it right. There's another place we've got to try. So the good news is there's more episodes on the horizon for us, honey.
Does that mean we're dating? We're going to date some more?
Yeah, we're going to continue to date.
We have a problem that we only go and eat pizza on these dates, but I guess it's not really a problem.
Anytime we have childcare, we end up just going to, like New Haven or Boston or somewhere to eat pizza. And the fun thing about living where we live here in New England is there's a lot of regional differences in pizza. We've got a traditional New England Greek pizza. There's some kind of famous places up in Greenfield we've got to go hit. We've got, of course, the South Shore bar-style tavern pizza that we have to try with the lacing around the edges. I mean, and then, of course, you can't forget Springfield's very own home of the family and party size beautiful pizza that I grew up with, that you grew up with.
Square slices.
Square slices matter. It's the essence of the pizza, you guys. Don't give me this.
Sometimes I don't want a handle on my pie.
Come on, you got to get at it. So, and if the center sucks, then the pizza can't be a win, right? So, center slices matter. We love all the regional differences in pizza throughout New England, and we love taking our time together and eating the pizza, doing some video, and then doing a little leftover recap, or what did you call it today?
Leftovers with Lisa.
Leftovers with Lisa. No, you had another.
Chris.
Yeah, and Chris. So great. Thank you guys so much for following. Make sure you hit the smash that subscribe button and the bell thing, and then something happens for us. So we appreciate that. Any last parting words?
Subscribe.
Like, subscribe, and you also can join the close community on Facebook at New England Pizza Fanatics, and also like our page on Facebook at New England Pizza Fanatics. Thanks very much. I'm Chris, and this is Lisa.
I'm Lisa.
And
we're eating pizza.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.